this is the second video in our modes series. Okay, so this mode out of the 7 is called the Dorian mode. Okay, so a Dorian mode goes from re to re. Now, whenever we have these patterns, mi and fa are still close together and ti and do are still close together. Okay, so it's basically the same as a major scale, but instead of starting with do, we chop off the do, okay, and that gets put into the middle of the scale, and we add re on the top. Okay, so it would have gone do to do, chop it off at the bottom, okay, and add re on the top, so now it goes re to re. But other than that, we still have the notes of the C major scale. It's just instead of starting at C, we start at D. Now, because we're in this key, we're not changing any of the accidentals at this point. So the funny thing is, when I was first learning these, I thought, well, that's just the same as a C major scale. There's no sharps and flats, so it's a C major scale. Why do they give it a different name? But what you'll realise is when we start playing this, that it has a really different feel. So even though it's the same group of notes, the order that they're played in, it doesn't feel like a major scale anymore. It has a very sort of mysterious sort of twist to it, so it has a different flavour, and that's what the sort of modes are. They have the characters. Okay, so as before, we have lined up the solfa with the on beats and the off beats. So the rhythm goes re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do, re. Re, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re. Okay, so if we translate that into a rhythm, our rhythms are going to go ta, ti, ta, 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 ti, ta, ta. Ta, ti, ta, 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 ti, ta, ta. And as before, the on-beat sections I've put into green, and the syncopated sections where we have some off-beat playing, we've got into blue. So let's have a go at just doing the rhythm first off with our clapping and rhythm names. So here's our beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, ti, ta, 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 ti, ta, ta. Rest. Ta, ti, ta, 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 ti, ta, ta. Rest. Okay. And what you'll notice is that actually this time our rhythm repeats itself. So the pattern and the symmetry within the tones and the semitones is the same going up as it is going down. Let's have another go. Off we go. Ta, ti, ta, 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 ti, ta, ta. Ta, ti, ta, 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 ti, ta, ta. Okay. Now let's have a go at just run. We won't sing straight away, but we're going to just get used to using the solfa names, okay? Because the solfa names with modes really helps you get the logic. It's a nice way of sort of understanding how the patterns fit together. Okay, so re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do, re. Re, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re. The tricky thing with solfa is singing it backwards. Okay, everybody can go do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do. But going back, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do is much harder. So if you want to pause the video and just practice going backwards a few times, that's absolutely fine. Okay, now let's have a go at putting it onto our instruments. So we are sticking with the notes of a C major scale, but you'll start to see why I said that you need the finger patterns for the 2-octave scale, because this time we're not starting on C, we're starting on D, so we're going a note higher. And as we go through the modes, we're going to go a note higher each time. Now, as I said, you can do 3rd position if you're a violinist, or you can do 2nd position, or you can stick in 1st position. Cellists and violas, these are a nice, easy scale starting on your open C string. Okay, so let me move over here so that I'm not blocking the way. We're going to just play the notes of the scale without the rhythm so that we get a feel for it. So we're going to do 2 beats per note. So 1, 2, D, E, F natural, G, A, G, F, E, D. So if I just play it a little bit quicker so you can have a listen, it really doesn't sound like a C major scale anymore. Already starting to sound sort of quite mysterious and folky and medievally. A tune that uses Dorian mode that most people know is the And in the website that I'm going to show you that explains the modes in a bit more detail, there's some clips of famous pieces of music that use each of the modes, so it'll be worth having a listen to those ones. Okay, so now we know the notes, we're going to add in the rhythm. So we're starting on our D, and let's get a nice beat going. Okay, I'll count us into 4 and starting on the D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta. Okay, have another go. 3, 4. That might be a bit quick for you at the moment, or it might not be quick enough. The clips that I'm going to send you that are on the computer program, the tempo can be changed up and down, okay? So you might want to start a lot slower so that you really get the feel for it. Also have a go at singing re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re while you're playing. But also you can end up getting it faster and faster and faster and see if you can do this. So okay, so we're really looking for adding the rhythm, and it's a really nice feeling of when you have the syncopations that link up with the semitones. It makes you really feel where the semitones are in the scale that get highlighted in the rhythm. So that is a Dorian mode, D to D, but re to re. So it's the patterns of tones and semitones that happens if you put in re to re. Okay, and you can have a go on any major scale that you're playing. If you start on the second note and end on that note, go an octave above, you've played a Dorian mode in that key. Right, onwards and upwards. I will see you next video for the next mode.